So Shabbat Shalom. I just wanted to do a little recording, a little video here. I was just watching the Hear-the-Watchmen. There you can go on YouTube and you can look at Hear-the-Watchmen, and there's a conference, the Long Island Conference. So go to Hear-the-Watchmen, MEN, on YouTube, and you'll be able to see Mike-Kerr, and he's interviewing Russ-Dizdar. He's interviewing Derek Gilbert and several other ones that are all saying the same thing. We're talking about spiritual warfare. Just for the speakers to get to the conference, evidently there were a lot of resistance, and we know the prince of the powers of the air. He's in that particular region. It's a very demonic region, and so they were experiencing this resistance, but they were able to get there. But they're talking about the rise, especially Russ-Dizdar is just bringing, I like the way he presents some things, because he gives you all the down to earth, the down to where the rubber hits the road as far as spiritual warfare and what the demonic is up to. But in the end, he brings you and encourages you, yes, to continue to stand. Having done all to stand, we have to submit to Yahuwah, submit to Elohim, submit to God, resist the enemy, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Now, the key to that is submitting. And so I just wanted to bring a quick word to you, just as a word of encouragement. You may feel like that you were just blindsided sometimes by the enemy, and that's his job. As I've said in other podcasts and other messages, that's his job, and he does it very well. Our responsibility is to make sure that we are ready at all times. We get up in the morning, we swing our legs over the edge of our bed, and our feet go right into the combat boots. And we are warriors. That's what we are called to do. And I want to read out of Matthew 24 in verse 12. And because of the increase in lawlessness, the love of many shall become cold. But he who shall have endured to the end shall be saved. Now, is it because the lawlessness is increasing that the love of many is growing cold? Yes. But is it the love of many growing cold causing the increase in lawlessness? Yes. And there's so many scriptures that it talks about in 1 John. It's packed, and Messiah talked about it, that they will know us, the world will know us by our love for one another. And more I'm just seeing that in all of our transitions and things that are as we are coming together. He's reuniting the remnant. He's pulling people from all over the world. There's not a whole lot of people that will have endured to the end and be saved. That's a promise. There's multi-billions of Christians and so-called believers out there that, unless they have made a decision to stand set apart unto him, then it's going to be real difficult. And I can say that because I was one of those people for many years, 40 years of my life, that I lived walking along the fence. We hear that so often, living in the gray, walking along the fence. But time is past. The window we're moving past that window where we have got to make a decision of who do we follow? Who are we going to follow? Are we going to follow the world? Are we going to follow compromise? Or are we going to follow Yahushua? Are we going to follow Jesus down that narrow road that leads to life? And so I just wanted to bring this encouragement that as the increase in lawlessness within us, we should be bringing out more and more love. I'm not talking about lawlessness in us. I'm saying the lawlessness that's in the world that as that is increasing at the same time, and even more so, the love, that we bless those who curse us, that we pray for those who despitefully use us, and we forgive those. If they want our cloak, we give them everything. We give them, Messiah said, don't hold back, because our position in this life is not to be, and when he said to love one another and to turn the other cheek, he didn't say to be a doormat. It is a stark difference, because what you are actually doing is you are freeing up Father to be able to go in on your behalf. Okay, now that you have done your part, Derek, you don't curse this person out. You don't rub their name in the dirt because they have done you wrong. You don't gossip about it. Take your hands off. And when we take our hands off, he gets his hands on the situation, and he will rightly defend. And sometimes we will never see it until the very end, when he slays the wicked with the sword that comes out of his mouth. But that's part of our endurance. Our endurance is to obey him regardless. And Rebecca and I, Rivka, we're going through, there's people that we know that are going through just tremendous transitions. The veil is being lifted. What is hidden is coming out into the light. And so on this Shabbat, I just want to encourage you to really just dig into this word. And he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And we have got to dwell in that secret place. We have got to give back to him what belongs to him. And what belongs to him is the authority. Yes, he's given us authority. What I'm talking about is making sure that our authority is in line with his authority, because so many times we try to deal with the enemy when we have sin in our life or whatever it is. We have to make sure that he is in control, and how we do that is to make sure that we're not in control. And what just came to me the other night, and it was a dream, and I'm trying to remember. I have it written down, or I have it spoken. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up, and it was so powerful, the words. And I'm going to try to remember them here. There was a man. Sorry, my battery's running low. There was evidently there were some mockers. There were some things that were going on. I saw from a distance a massive windstorm tornado coming at us, and it was throwing rocks and everything and everywhere. And I jumped down. I saw it coming, and I jumped down behind this very heavy cardboard box. And there was a woman next to me, and excuse me. I saw through the slat. I saw, wow, this storm, these rocks are coming towards me, and I can hear them pelleting. I can see people going down in the road, not able to find shelter. When it was over and it passed, I looked over, and this lady next to me, she had been hit and she died. She had been hit with, how that happened, but she had been hit in the head with a rock, and she was laying there. And I went over. Next thing I know, I was standing before this mocker, this man who, and I'm trying to remember, but basically, what I looked at him with authority in my eyes, and I said, if you bow your knee to Yahushua or to Jesus, I think I said to Jesus, because I was speaking to this believer. He was Christian, but he was a mocking believer. You bow the knee to Jesus, and the rocks will bow the knee to you. And I woke up with that. And I want to encourage you that we have We have this authority, and I'm trying to, my phone's fixing to die, but I just want to get this point across, that we bow the knee to our Master, Yahushua. He is our HaMashiach, our Messiah. We bow the knee to him, and he will make sure that those things that are swirling around us to harm us and to hurt us and to bring us down like those rocks will bow their knee to us. Not that we're anything, but because we have submitted ourselves, yes, we're everything to him. So I want to leave this encouragement, about 10 minutes and 30, 40 seconds or something like that. Go and rest in shalom and be strong, stand courageous, and don't give up. Please don't give up. Don't give in to the deception. There's false prophets. There's people out there. Dig into the word for yourself and go after the truth with all of your heart. Pursue it. Don't throw it in the street. Grab a hold of it. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Are you ready?